What's up guys, Zerohour Gaming here. Welcome back to another Clash Royale video. And in today's video I've got something to show you. So I managed the 20 wins, which I just didn't think I would do. So obviously I underestimated myself. But yeah, the deck that I did it with is this. So it's a Pekka Beatdown deck. So it's kind of a Pekka bridge spam deck. And credit for the deck goes to a couple of guys that I know. One is called Royale. I'll put their Twitters down below. And the other is Damien Bleach, I think is his name. Yeah, so credit to them for this deck. It's just really, really strong. 4.0 elixir, and it's got, I know it's got a few legendary cards in there, but you know, but it's really, really strong. So what we are going to do is we're going to collect this 250,000 gold, which is absolutely incredible. So now I've got 435,000 gold, and we'll crack open this chest as well. See what we get. So nothing great to be honest, but it's not too bad. I wasn't really expecting to get a good chest from that, as we got 250,000 gold. And what I want to do today is go over the deck and show some replays just to show you how strong it really is. Okay, so first replay we're going to do is Golem Lightning, because obviously Golem Lightning is very strong in this meta, so we'll just go over this replay. And the main idea with this deck is keeping your Pekka for defending. That is really key. If you just waste your Pekka, then they're going to go opposite lane with the Golem and absolutely destroy you. So you want to save that Pekka at all times. As you can see here, he just dropped his Golem down, and then I went straight away with the Pekka. And then I wanted to pressure the opposite lane, as he used a little bit more elixir than me. And he had to use 4 to defend my 4 elixir battle ram anyway, so that was fine. That worked out really well. And here, I knew he didn't have enough for lightning, but I just wanted to kind of reduce the damage taken. It would have been nice if the Pekka survived, but I didn't think that was really going to happen. And he goes for a very, very aggressive lightning there. Takes my tower down to 1597. And we do roughly about the same kind of damage. But we maintain a 2-3 elixir lead, so that's really good. So against Golem, when they drop a Golem, you can probably rush the other lane, or you can just drop your Pekka ready to defend and then counterattack from there. But here I just dropped a Baby Dragon. And I wasn't really too bothered about him gaining an elixir lead because obviously of how strong the Pekka is against the Golem. So look at these barbarians, they're just going to absolutely destroy the tower. Couple of nice swings in there, and it's almost down into, well, it's down into poison range now, so that's good. Poison and log, sorry. So we're going to go for an E-Wiz over there. And he's going to go for a lightning on the Night Witch, which I just don't really understand. Very, very aggressive, so I'm going to try and pressure him on the left with the bandit. And the bandit pretty much takes out a 4 elixir Night Witch, so that helps me out even more. And then he's going for a Golem, which means I'm going to pressure the left lane pretty heavily, actually, yeah. As I know that he's dropped 8 elixir in the right-hand lane, and I can just go heavy, and then drop my Pekka on his Golem. Fairly early, actually. Maybe a little bit too early, but I just thought I might as well just chop down this this Golem as soon as possible. So that was a really funny, a really funny lightning. Wasn't very good at all, and he knows it's good. He knows it's good game. I'm just going to go in with a battle ram and a Baby Dragon in that left-hand lane. Try and take out the tower. So this is a really, really good matchup for this deck. You shouldn't be losing it. And I think, yeah, we take out the left tower too, which is great. So that was a really nice win and a good matchup for this deck. We're just going to go through the loss that I did have. So I went 20-1, obviously. So this is the only loss that I did have. So we're going to go through it and see where I went wrong. I've already been through it personally because I wanted to know what I did wrong. And basically it was just being a bit too aggressive at points and not being aggressive enough at other points. So, you know, definitely a tough way to actually take a defeat. But I did make mistakes, so it's definitely my fault. Here he goes very, very aggressive. Very aggressive to start with. Was it Ice Golem, Graveyard and Poison, so it's a bit annoying that I didn't take his tower. But you see here, he spent so much elixir that he only had an E-Wiz to defend. And basically I should have gone with the Battle Ram in the left hand lane, because he would have had maybe an Ice Golem eventually to take out the Barbarians. But yeah, say I sent in the Battle Ram now, he literally has 0 elixir, which means my Battle Ram would connect with the tower and do a lot of damage. So yeah, that was a mistake not punishing him there. And then what I do next is makes it even worse, because I set up with a Night Witch in his lane. So yeah, you can see it in a second. Yeah, Night Witch into his lane. And then I go for a Battle Ram as well, which just feeds into his Pekka, as you can see here. So we go with a Battle Ram. And I let him build up a good defense against it, so he pretty much takes it all out very easily. Badly played by me there. So I would just suggest that when you know your opponent doesn't have much elixir, you punish them in the opposite lane. And here I saved the poison for the graveyard because I knew he had it. And this was actually really good defending from me, but I did let him catch up in terms of elixir, which was bad. I think in this matchup I needed to just be a bit more aggressive when he didn't have the Pekka in hand and stuff like that. So maybe here go left hand lane with Bandit and Baby Dragon. That might have been a fairly decent push. And then here, yeah, I wasn't really happy with how I played here. I let his E-Wiz get some crazy value and then kind of fed into his Pekka, as you'll probably see in a sec. Yeah, so his Pekka comes down now, yeah, and just cleans everything up. And he's left with a huge push, and I've only got a bit of elixir to defend. Well, I've got a fair bit of elixir, but obviously that was a big mistake. So my Pekka goes down. I probably should have just dropped a Battle Ram on his E-Wiz, and it probably would have cleared itself all up. But yeah, E-Wiz is still going. Goblins come in, Baby Dragon, second Baby Dragon comes in, and that's pretty much it at this point. I messed up massively. So let's just leave this game, because those were the mistakes. Could have played that much better. And then we are going to show... I'm going to show a bait deck, because bait isn't a great matchup for this deck, but I do have the log, so that works in my favour. As soon as you know that it's bait, you don't want to use your Pekka really at all, unless obviously they're wasting Inferno Tower. So here, this is good value. He uses 4 elixir, it only cost me 2. And I think he protects his princess. No, so he doesn't even protect his princess. But at this point, obviously I know it's bait, so I do have to be careful placing my troops behind the towers. I was playing very, very passively here, not really trying to use up my elixir too much to start with. And this was good from him. He can cycle much quicker than I can. I think his deck is 3.1, I believe, or something like that. So I'm going down the left lane because I've still got the Night Witch there. And I think we may... No, I don't think we connect to the tower. So that was well played from him. And in this matchup, it's all about just trying to get decent pushes going. So he wasn't too happy with that. Yeah, and always save the log for the Goblin Barrel if you can get back to it as quick as they can. In double elixir, you can definitely get back to the barrel as quickly as your opponent, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. So obviously, I'm not expecting him to rocket a bandit, so that's why I place it in the back. Yeah, so that's why I placed the E-Wiz there, because I didn't really want to give him the rocket value on the E-Wiz itself. So as you can see, we're both playing fairly cautious, not really overcommitting yet. This Night Witch maybe wasn't the best, and I could have probably gone in for a fairly heavy push, but It actually worked out okay. And then I'm going to go in on the left lane. Yeah, left lane with the battle ram. And he's already used his Inferno Tower, which actually goes down. And we're poisoning the tower, which is good. And we're back to the log again. And he goes for a deep barrel, but I predict it. Well, obviously I could see that it was going long. And he's going to go in for a very, very aggressive rocket. So at this time, I need to punish him. So we've got the battle ram, we've got the baby dragon, got the night witch. I think I throw in a bandit maybe as well. Yeah, so the knight goes down. I'm going to log away the princess just to help out a bit more. I think I caught something else, maybe an ice spirit there as well. Baby dragon doing some damage to the tower. I'm going to protect my tower as well. We need a couple of poisons. And I'm just going to be very, very aggressive because I don't want him to get just free rockets onto my tower. So obviously I don't want to give him any rocket value, so that's why I'm placing my troops there. Going to take out the... Yeah, I believe I can take out the princess from there, which is great. Yeah, that's really nice. And then we're just coming in with a fairly big push here. And he needs to defend it. And at this point, I'm just going to poison him down. The E-Wiz is chipping down the right tower, so I'm definitely in control of this match. And I can see he tried to do the Goblin Barrel Rocket trick, which didn't pay off, so that's 9 elixir down for him. So I need one more poison and log. So obviously, pretty close game here. He can't rocket and log me. So here we go. I think this is it. Yeah, I could have just logged the right lane because the baby dragon took it down to log range. But yeah, fairly tough matchup. I don't think I played the Pekka once, and that I would advise not playing the Pekka 2 against that deck. Now we are just going to show the 20 win game because I think that's pretty special, and I'm really, really happy that I could get the 20 wins. I'm through to the next stage, 250,000 gold, so it's just great all round. And hopefully you guys can use this deck to go on and get 20 wins. I think that would be great. One thing I would say as well is always save your E-Wiz for defending, because it is just so key for this deck. So Pekka and E-Wiz again, like I said in the last video, very key for the defense of this deck. And then the other cards really are just for the counter pushes and the little punishing pushes that you do. I don't get why people do this when they're messing around with all their cards. It doesn't really achieve anything. I just press the card I need when it's needed. So I went in for a poison because I thought it was fairly decent value. And here, the Pekka gets a lot of value, cleans up both of those troops. So I know he's going to be in a fair bit of trouble here. I feel like he probably should have known that I did have the Pekka, but obviously not. And here, okay, let's pause it in a sec. So the battle ram isn't down fully, but yeah, I play the battle ram in the left lane because I want to pressure him, as I know he needs to deal with that Pekka, and he's already used a lot of elixir. So check that out. We've got a battle ram and he has 0 elixir, so the battle ram is going to go down that left lane just untouched. Going to do a massive amount of damage to the tower, and he has to get a bandit down as soon as possible to try and defend it. Will we get the tower down? Yeah, 770, so we're massively in control of this game. So like I said before, when I did actually lose that game previously, I didn't punish when the guy had 0 elixir, but here I realised that he would have 0 elixir and managed to punish him really, really well. I believe the Night Witch doesn't reach the tower at all. I don't think he needed that E-Wiz at all, that was just a bit of a waste. What do I go for? Yeah, I try and conserve my elixir because I have so much health on my towers. I go in with just a log, leaving me with just a little bit more elixir to kind of go into the rest of the match with. And when you see a Pekka like that, you just want to go Pekka into their lane and try and take out their Pekka as soon as possible. So he does a fairly decent push over here. However, I realise that poison is going to do great because poison is good against Night Witch. And obviously I just need to stop this with an E-Wiz on the right side. The Pekkas are going to kind of deal with each other. So he did alright in that situation. Excuse me. But yeah, I'm just trying to get to the tower with the battle ram there. Didn't really pay off, but I know that I'm in a fairly decent poison log range to actually win this game, so I'm not overly worried at this point. But battle ram, and then check out this E-Wiz placement. That's pretty decent E-Wiz placement because it's going to take care of the Pekka, make sure it doesn't take my tower, and then it's also going to switch around into the right lane and take out those guys. And the bandit was well placed as well. My bandit charged onto his as his charged onto mine. Yeah, so, and then I've got a really big counter push coming in here with the E-Wiz, the baby dragon, and I'm going to go for this right hand tower just because of the amount of troops that I have going on there. He did a bad log. I've got a nice poison taking everything out. And I believe that is going to be it. Yeah, so the battle ram connected with the tower. I laughed because I thought, how on earth did I actually make 20 wins? But yeah. This deck is really, really solid. Obviously, as I said before, save the Pekka and E-Wiz for defending specifically, and you can use them in counter pushes if they've already been used for defending. The Bandit can be thrown in as a pressure card, so can the Battle Ram. The Night Witch is good for defending and obviously using in counter pushes. The Baby Dragon's just really strong against any kind of splashable troops, and it can be used for defending as well, turning into big counter pushes. That's where this deck is strongest, counter pushing and punishing really. So as you saw before, I used my Battle Ram when he had no elixir, and that took his tower down to 770, and he just wasn't able to deal with the way that I defended and the way that I counterattacked him. So yeah, let me know how you get on with this deck. Definitely give it a go. There's a couple of us now that have got 20 wins with it, so yeah. But as always, I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.